Hey, welcome to another episode of Behind the Blaster. This is a series that's all about you, the Nerf community. Before we get started, I would like to add a retraction to the last Behind the Blaster that we had. I just wanted to say I'm sorry to my nephew Kyle. In the last episode, I said some things about him that I really should not have, and I ended up opening up a huge can of worms in my family that I would really like to slam the lid on right now. So Kyle, if you're watching, and I know you are, you do watch this show, which I really appreciate. As you said, you watch with your friends in your class. I am so sorry about what I said. I am completely and utterly sorry. I also wanted to say that I'm sorry about Thanksgiving when we were playing Pictionary with the family and you had a few too many hot chocolates and you ended up having an accident in your pants. And I laughed about it, so I am so sorry about that. I really am. And everybody in your class, everyone in Miss Sanders' 6th grade class, I want you to know that I am apologizing to Kyle for the things I said in the last episode, and I'm apologizing for Thanksgiving when I laughed about him peeing his pants. So kids, remember, Kyle peed his pants, and I'm sorry. So now that I got that out of the way, let's get right into it. Our story today comes from my good friend NERFANATER. Let's have a look, shall we?
Hi everyone, I am Issachar Schofield. I go by NERFANATER on YouTube. Why I got into the hobby? I got into the hobby because I love tinkering. I love pulling things apart and seeing how they work, what makes them tick. I used to be, and still am to this day, really into Lego. I kind of got out of Lego more or less because it got really expensive, and there wasn't quite the excitement in it anymore. But Nerf was different because you can take a Nerf blaster and you can cut it and grind it and paste it and paint it and turn it into something totally different than it originally was. You can pull the guts out and put something totally different inside. It's something absolutely incredible that draws people with an engineering mind to it. It's kind of hard to explain, really. But it's such a wonderful hobby and such a wonderful community that when you join it, you can't help but feel welcome, and you can't help but feel like you belong there. It's such an amazing community, and I am so thrilled that I can, in some small way, be a part of it and at least try and give back to it when and where I can. And so that's kind of the reason why I started my own company, NERFANATER Mods, which I don't know if you guys have heard about or not. I don't think I've got a whole lot of reach with that. But the whole point behind the company is I try and provide the cheapest and fairest prices on commissions and custom blasters. And that's another reason why I'm in the hobby. I want to share the joy and the fun of taking apart a blaster and turning it into something that's so much better. One of the first ever mods, well, not first ever, but one of the early mods I did was this. This is the Silver 6. I did this a long time ago. It's an ion fire with some really crummy epoxy putty work and a 6 mag integrated. So you prime it back, shove 6 darts in there, prime it forward, and you fire. But as you can see, my paint job is okay, but there's parts where the paint ripped off, and I never bothered to fix it, and just little things like that. And it kind of, I look back on it, it's like, wow, I really could have improved a lot, and I probably should have been more patient. And then I'm now doing stuff like this, where this is a 2S Zeus, and I've done dry brushing and weathering, and it just looks so much better. I've cut vent holes over here so you can see the flywheels through the vents. This was a lot of fun to build. But I mean, the fun about the Nerf hobby is you can take something that was never intended to work in a certain way and make it work in a totally different way. Like, I have a Maverick that I made that runs off the internals from a Buzzbee snipe. I mean, yeah, you just pump it up. That's what's great about the Nerf community. You can do things with something that it was never intended to do, and yet you can make it work so well, which I think is really cool. What got me into the hobby? Well, what got me into the hobby? I guess, like I said, it was really my love of tinkering, and yeah, that's really, I love to pull things apart. I love to put them back together in different ways, and that's what got me into the hobby. Was I came directly from Lego, and I saw this as just really an extension of that. I would really like to inspire, I would really like my work to inspire younger modders to go out and get into the hobby and to try new things and to test their limits and push the limits of the hobby. And that's how we get people like Captain Slug and Project FDL and just phenomenal things. Foam Blast, Containment Crew, Out of Darts. People who push the envelope of what our hobby is capable of and what we can do as a hobby to push that envelope. So yeah, that is why I love this hobby. That is what I get out of it, is seeing the joy on the faces of other Nerfers when they see a modified blaster for the first time. They go, whoa, that's so cool. And just seeing their faces light up, and they ask questions about how you do certain things, and as you explain it to them, you can just see the gears turning in the back of their mind, thinking, I could do this, I could do that, and I could improve on this. And that is the cool thing to see in the next generation of Nerfers, is to see those gears turning, is to see the ideas coming into their minds. And the cool thing about Nerf is there is no dumb idea. You can take an idea, no matter how ludicrous, make something incredible out of it. The hobby is growing at such an exponential rate, and in the last couple of years we have seen such an explosion of the hobby and of what we can do in that hobby. So I really can't wait to see what comes next. The only thing we should really get out of this hobby is seeing the smiling faces of the people coming in, and to see the look on their face when they fire, say, a modified blaster for the first time, when they fire a beefed up long shot or an overhauled strike, or when they fire a Maverick that can hit 300 FPS because it's got an XBZ in the back, when they fire a Caliburn for the first time. Things that light up their faces, that's what we get out of this hobby. That's what we should get out of this. That's what we should do this hobby for. So I hope you guys enjoyed my take on the Nerf community and the Nerf hobby and why I am in it. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for viewing, thank you for supporting the Nerf community. Much Nerf, mod on. See you guys later.
Now we would like to take this moment to have a word from our sponsors. Hey, Greenface, what do you mean you haven't donated a toy for Uncle Clownie's annual Christmas toy drive? No, Uncle Clownie isn't the person that comes to visit you at night when you haven't brushed your teeth before you go to bed. That's what my parents told me. All you have to do is buy a brand new toy, Take a picture of yourself donating it to the local charity bin, a church, or any other donation center that you could find. Then send that picture to ClownieNerf via the links that I'm putting down below here. And once you do that, you'll be entered for a chance to win a brand new Infinite, or some other prizes that some of the people in the Nerf online community have donated. Each donation is another entry into the drawing, so the more you donate, the more chances you get to win something. So donate as many as you can to better your odds. I've donated one already, but I'm gonna donate this one too, because I wanna win. And I know donating is its own reward, but still, I like other rewards too. So I'm gonna go donate this, and you guys go donate some yourselves, and I'll see you next time. And we're back to a Behind the Blaster Christmas. I want to thank you guys for sticking with us today and watching NERFANATER's story. And if you submitted a video for Behind the Blaster and you haven't seen it appear on a show yet, keep in mind that I have a few submissions and I only do this every 1 or 2 weeks. So it will end up on the series. It just hasn't ended up on here yet, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to show up. Believe me, I need all the content I can get. So it will show up, I just don't know when. And if you would like your story to show up on Behind the Blaster, watch the very first episode for instructions, because I don't feel like saying it every single time. Watch the first episode for instructions, and you will get them. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Why isn't there nothing for me?